And welcome back. My guest now is John OToole. He's Executive Director of the Beaufort County Economic Development Corporation. John, it's so good to have you with us.
It's nice to be with you. Thank you.
Going on in Beaufort.
Yes, there is.
Oh my goodness. Yeah. Let's talk about the mission of the corporation and really what your purpose is.
Okay. Yeah, in 2017, I was brought in by the Beaufort County Economic Development Corporation to head up this newly formed organization. Our mission is to kind of lead the collaborative work that fosters economic development in a region. Our purpose is, obviously, there's a lot going on in Beaufort County with hospitality and tourism and military, but to diversify the economy. So if there is a downturn in any of those areas, our economy is insulated, and to bring quality jobs for the residents of Beaufort County. And I always like to emphasize this, we've added it to our mission as we've moved forward, and to do all of this in a way that's mindful of the environment, to make sure that we're good stewards of the environment here in Beaufort County.
It's really, John, a balancing act, isn't it? You're respecting the history, the environment, the beauty here, but also bringing in new business and companies and attracting them to this area to continue to grow the economic development resources.
Yeah, yes, absolutely. You couldn't be more right. In my conversations with people who've headed up economic development in Beaufort County in the past, one gentleman was nice enough to take my call from Carteret, North Carolina, where he works today, and another individual who's still in the area kind of told me what the pitfalls were. And I'm kind of pleased that we've been able to have some results without having an adverse effect on the environment. And to a great extent, what we're doing might even be a mystery to folks who aren't paying close attention, because the projects that we've been able to locate here have gotten tucked in without any adverse effect on what people love about the region.
So, John, what would you tell a business that is looking at this area? What would you tell them about why they would want to invest and grow their company here? What would you tell them? Well,
we're finding that 75% of our leads come from somebody who already knows Beaufort County, might already have a second home here, might live here, and they're investors. So they already understand the quality of life. And when we look at national polls on why companies make site selection decisions, quality of life is usually fourth, if not higher on the list, then skilled labor. And skilled labor is an issue all over the country, in that we have 3% or virtual full employment throughout the nation, and certainly in South Carolina. So you have to have an answer for workforce. Our ace in the hole is the military. Each year in this county we have between 1,000 and 12,000 exiting military, and when you multiply that by the fact that many of them have dependents that can enter the workforce, we have a strong hand to play. Just to give you a little vignette of how that plays out, Cliff Mervika tells the story. Last summer he tried to hire, had approval to hire people at Lockheed Martin. He interviewed 30 people and 28 of them he hired. Wow. That's a high yield that a lot of folks paying attention from the business standpoint believe makes Beaufort a great location to be. Quality of life, and then an answer to workforce.
So you've been on the job for almost 18 months. What has been the most challenging time or project or a situation, and what has been the most exciting?
Yeah, well, I would say, you know, in terms of the challenges, are having product, having a building to put a business in. So the business owner, a good example would be a company called Evanescence. And gentleman, we met him through Leadership Beaufort, senior leadership program. And he said, I want to have that business in Beaufort. I live in business, and this Canadian company says I can put it where I want. I'd like to put it in Beaufort. We didn't have a building for him to go into, and so they already had equipment on order from Germany, and they didn't want to leave it out in the salty air. $70 million investment. We had to refer that to Colleton County.
Frustrating.
And it helps the region, it helps South Carolina, and we try to play in the region as a good teammate. So it helped our regard with some of our regional partners. But a project like that would be great. So having a product to put businesses in is probably our biggest challenge.
Right, and you have partnerships with Technical College of the Low Country, USCB.
Right, yes.
So that's very important, that collaboration.
Absolutely. I am very careful. I usually tell folks when I speak, if I say I'm saying it all wrong.
No, it's we,
It's
we,
really we, and it's a big part of a team.
Yes.
And so Technical College of the Low Country, we have a company that's going to invest $15 million here in Beaufort, and they are really interested in trying to hire military. So we're able to bring
Fantastic.
the Technical College, USCB, in to
Great.
meet them right at the beginning of their experience in Beaufort County.
A lot of good information. We're definitely going to have you back, John. I appreciate it so much. John OToole with the
thank
Beaufort
you.
County Economic Development Corporation. Thank you so much for being with us, and see you next time.